Written in our DNA is a forgotten blueprint for survival, a testament to a time when humanity stared into the abyss of impossible environments and did not blink. Our ancestors were not merely survivors. They were masters of adaptation, engineering their very biology and culture to thrive where modern science says life should have ceased. This is not a story of enduring hardship, but a revelation of the lost genius encoded within us, proving that the human species is infinitely more resilient than we could ever imagine. We will journey to the Earth's most punishing frontiers, unearthing the physiological and technological marvels that allowed ancient peoples to build civilizations in the void. Prepare to witness how the scorched desert, the breathless peak, and the frozen abyss became the very crucibles that forged the secret strengths we still carry today. In the bone-dry expanse of the Atacama Desert, a place so hyper-arid that microbial life struggles to exist, the Chinchorro people flourished for millennia by developing an almost supernatural understanding of subterranean water channels and meticulously preserving their dead in mummies thousands of years older than those of the Egyptians. Furthermore, their entire societal structure was built around a profound spiritual connection to the dead, a psychological adaptation that provided social cohesion in a landscape defined by blistering sun, corrosive saline soil, and an overwhelming sense of isolation that would shatter modern communities. In addition to their hydrological expertise, archaeological evidence published in the journal Antiquity reveals sophisticated fishing technologies, including complex nets and durable hooks, that allowed them to harvest the immense bounty of the cold Pacific currents, creating a vibrant oasis of life against a backdrop of terrestrial death. Because of this intricate fusion of technology and belief, they transformed one of the planet's most inhospitable regions into a cradle of culture, their legacy whispering on the wind that carries the scent of salt and ancient dust across the scorched plains. High above the clouds and the staggering altitudes of the Andean Altiplano, where the air is a razor-thin whisper containing 40% less oxygen, the ancestors of modern Quechua and Aymara peoples engineered not just their world, but their very bloodstreams to sustain a thriving civilization among the peaks. Geneticists from the University of Copenhagen have identified unique variants of the EPS1 gene, a biological masterpiece that allows their bodies to utilize oxygen with incredible efficiency without the dangerous thickening of blood that afflicts lowlanders, a biochemical miracle passed down through countless generations. Their architectural genius is etched into the mountains themselves, with terraced farms called andins that prevented soil erosion and created microclimates for cultivating hardy crops like quinoa and potatoes, all connected by a breathtaking network of stone-paved roads that cling precariously to sheer cliff faces. This high-altitude empire was a symphony of biological and agricultural innovation, a testament to a people who learned to breathe in the void and build cities in the sky, their stone walls standing as silent witnesses to a mastery over a vertical world. Within the colossal, shifting ice fields of the high Arctic, the ancient Thule people, ancestors to the modern Inuit, forged a brilliant existence in a realm of perpetual twilight and unimaginable cold, where temperatures plummet to levels that can freeze exposed flesh in seconds. They developed a profound, encyclopedic knowledge of sea ice dynamics, allowing them to navigate the treacherous, groaning seascape and hunt massive marine mammals from kayaks, their survival depending on a deep, intuitive reading of a landscape that was constantly in motion. Their construction of insulated snow houses, or igloos, was a marvel of intuitive physics, using the insulating properties of compacted snow to create warm, stable shelters heated and illuminated by the soft glow of seal oil lamps, which cast flickering shadows against the domed, crystalline walls. This entire way of life, from their tailored sealskin clothing that provided unparalleled warmth and water resistance to their complex social networks for sharing resources, represents a perfect and beautiful synthesis of technology and community, a warm-blooded triumph against the monolithic, indifferent power of the ice. Far beneath the sun-baked plains of Anatolia and modern-day Turkey, entire communities numbering in the tens of thousands vanished from the surface of the earth, creating a sprawling, multi-leveled subterranean metropolis known as Derinkuyu to escape the region's brutal temperature swings and waves of violent invaders. This was not a simple cave system, but a highly organized city carved from soft volcanic tuff, complete with sophisticated ventilation shafts providing fresh air to its deepest levels, communal spaces like wineries and chapels, and massive, rolling stone doors weighing several tons that could seal off corridors from intruders. The air inside these ancient, silent halls still carries the faint, earthy scent of damp stone and millennia of human life. a chilling reminder of the incredible psychological fortitude required to live in a world without a sun or a visible horizon, a life dictated by the flicker of oil lamps. Archaeologists studying the sheer scale of these underground networks argue that their construction required a level of social organization and long-term planning that rivals the Great Pyramid building civilizations, proving that humanity's drive to create and protect community can flourish even in total darkness. Beyond the land entirely, the Baijiu Lot people of Southeast Asia embraced a fully aquatic existence, evolving over 1,000 years into true nomads of the sea. Their culture, and even their genetics shaped by the rhythm of the tides and the vibrant pulse of the coral reefs. Groundbreaking research published in the journal Cell has shown that the Baijiu possess measurably larger spleens, which act as a biological scuba tank by storing oxygenated red blood cells, allowing them to hold their breath for astounding periods while hunting with traditional spears on the seafloor. Furthermore, their vision is uniquely adapted for underwater clarity, and their children learn to swim before they can walk, developing an intimate and fearless relationship with an environment that most terrestrial humans view with apprehension, their houseboats serving as both home and vessel. This profound adaptation demonstrates a fluid, dynamic relationship with a challenging environment, showcasing a lineage of people who chose not to merely live by the ocean, but to become an integral, living part of its complex and beautiful ecosystem. What we are discovering is not just a collection of historical curiosities, but a fundamental reevaluation of human potential, revealing that our ancestors were not primitive, but were instead hyper-specialized pioneers whose bodies and minds were finely tuned instruments of survival. These ancient adaptations represent a vast, untapped library of biological and cultural strategies, a legacy written in our genes and in the ruins of their incredible achievements. The scientific community is now realizing that these are not isolated stories of endurance, but interconnected threads in a much larger narrative about the breathtaking plasticity of the human organism. Therefore, the line between what we consider a normal human limit and what is possible is not a fixed barrier, but a shifting horizon that our own ancestors crossed thousands of years ago. Their legacy is a powerful and optimistic message for our future, a reminder that the ability to innovate, to adapt, and to overcome is the essential truth of our species. The same ingenuity that built cities in the sky and under the earth resides within us, waiting to be rediscovered. We are the descendants of giants who conquered the impossible, and their story is the ultimate proof that humanity's greatest chapter is not yet written.